So here we have the Mini Cooper hatchback automatic on an 18 plate. I'm going to start off by showing you around the outside of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside. But from the outside you can see that it's a 5-door hatchback with black alloy wheels to match the black roof and mirror caps. We've also got tinted windows around the rear of the car. Let's start off inside the boot and then work our way around the rest of it from there. To approach the back of the car, you'll see we have reversing sensors, plenty of boot space as well, along with that 60-40 split folding rear seat, and the boot space can be increased by folding the tray, which stores way behind the seats. Okay, so we're just going to work our way back round to the front of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls. But now that we've done a full circle of it, you can see it's in lovely condition the whole way round. Just briefly before we climb in, I think it's well worth seeing the interior from this exterior point of view. You get half leather seats. That comes as part of the chili pack, along with a few other options which we'll run through now by jumping in and going through the controls on the dashboard. So now that we're inside the car, we're going to start with the dials. On the left hand side we have the rev counter, in the middle we have the speedometer, and on the far right hand side we have the fuel gauge. You can see the total miles for this car are 6,319. The information that's displayed above that can be changed by pressing a button on the end of the indicator stalk for various different bits of fuel economy information, or a digital readout for the speedometer, which will, as you can see, take over the majority of that screen, giving you a nice clear readout. If we back out to the steering wheel, on the left hand side we have cruise control and speed limiter, and on the right hand side we have stereo controls as well as voice activation for the phone. So hit that button, ask it to dial anyone in your contacts list, and it can do that for you without you having to take your phone from your bag or pocket. That is, of course, once you paired up your phone, and that is done on the central screen just here. So to pair up the phone, we just go to the telephone option and enter into that, and then go down to Bluetooth devices and pair our phone from there. And all these movements I'm making, they're all being done using this dial here. So this dial will move around, you can push it down, it will move right, left, up and down as well, or you can go into certain main menus directly off of here. What we're going to do, I'll show you first of all the music in this car. So when it comes to the radio, you can see there we have FM, AM and DAB digital radio. If you want to listen to your own music, you can do. We've got a few ways of connecting it. So USB connection, then we've got Bluetooth audio and auxiliary input at the bottom. This car's also got satellite navigation. There's a full video showing this working on our website, which is well worth checking out. But essentially, if you want to access that panel to the left, you just jog the dial over to the left, and everything that you highlight, it will tell you exactly what it is that you're highlighting. So guidance, for example, or you can turn the spoken instructions on or off. But it's well worth checking out the video that shows all that properly. This car's also got reversing sensors, but they're not just audible, they're visual as well. So you'll get, as you reverse, you'll get the coloured markers coming in here to tell you how close you are to any given object behind you. Working our way down, we have dual zone climate control. So you can adjust the temperature on the passenger side, the driver side, fan speed up or down from here. When you're happy with those settings, that button will turn the air conditioning on, or you can hit auto, and the car will maintain those temperatures by taking control of the fan speed itself, which you can see and hear it doing now. Pressing auto will put us back onto our previous settings. Below that, we have a few buttons. So this will turn off the stop and start for the car. So this car is designed to cut out in traffic when you're stationary, which will save you fuel. You can turn that system off by pushing this button down. This button will start and stop the engine. Then we've got this one. This will turn off traction control, or turn it back on again. And over here, it's hard to see, you can see it's just sport and green. You can change the setup of the way that this car drives. So you can put the car into sport mode, or you can put it into green mode. Putting the car into and mid mode, which is the everyday driving. But putting the car into sport mode will make the steering wheel stiffer, it'll make it firmer, it'll make the accelerator pedal react quicker to what you do, and the gears will rev higher on this automatic gearbox. Mid is your everyday driving, and green is essentially the exact opposite of sport. Underneath that we have a 12-volt charging socket, the USB and auxiliary inputs that I mentioned a moment ago, the fully automatic gearbox, and then this system which we've already been through a moment ago. All that leaves me to say is thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to come and see the car in person and have a test drive, please feel free to call any of our MJA sites. We'd love to hear from you soon.